So this is the second part of the video, and we're going to be doing a comparison, compare our build to a pre-built PC. So our build comes to about $2,090, and it can actually go down to about $1,900 if you take the extra case fan out, and if you take the CPU cooler, the aftermarket one, and the extra hard drive out. I mean, overall, it's not too bad for the current market conditions, and for a brand new PC, this is probably something I would go for. So let's compare our price compared to similar specs of other PCs from PC retailers in New Zealand, and let's check out their pre-built. So I've gone with Computer Lounge, PBTech and PCForce. I'll only be comparing their prices, not their customer service. I will do that in a later video for their customer service, but at the moment, let's just go ahead and compare the first build. So I've actually gone and put this all in an Excel spreadsheet as well, and it will be updated with links soon. So you should have links to all the parts from pricespy as well. And my build's at the top and compared to everyone else's. So there are actually some comparable builds here. So let's go through them one by one really quickly. So we've got the Tempest RX 6600 XT, and that comes in at $2,299. It has a Ryzen 5 3600, an RX 6600 XT, a 512 gig NVMe SSD, and 16 GB of RAM. So it's actually quite comparable to our build. There are some differences. The RAM is 3600 CL18, and it has an AIO cooler as well. So it's pretty nice, and the case is good. It's a Corsair 4000D with a airflow front panel. So I mean, for the price, ours is probably cheaper, but I do understand where the extra cost comes from. It's probably from that AIO that they put in there. You can even go for an EK water block one on our ones, EK water block AIO one, 240mm rad. It should fit quite nicely as well compared to the Noctua U12. So it will kind of come to a similar price in terms of its specs if you remove this AIO. But overall, I mean, ours is still relatively cheaper, so probably our one is better. Let's head on to the next one. We've got the Droid RTX 3060 PC for $2,499. Ryzen 5 3600 and RTX 3060, comparable to our 6600 XT, if not better in some instances. So bit of a toss-up. 500 gig NVMe SSD and 16 gigs of RAM. So the difference, as far as I know, so the RAM kit's also 3200 CL16. It does come with an AIO as well, so that's good. And the RTX 3060 is different. There's no airflow front panel, which is, it's whatever. And the power supply as well is an RM550X. So that's actually quite good. The power supply is probably the minimum I'd go for on this build, to be honest with you guys. But I mean, that's a bit too much money, to be honest with you guys. $2,499. I think that's a bit too expensive. So probably an X on that one. Let's go ahead on to the next one from Computer Lounge. So this is the Divine RTX 3060 PC. It comes with a 3060 i5-10400F, the same CPU as ours, a 512 gig SSD, NVMe one, and 16 gigs of DDR4. So actually, this is a really good price for this PC, and it actually has a very similar specs to what we have. It even comes with an AIO. So yeah, I mean, if you guys, it could actually be better to get this PC over the one I recommended, considering the specs it comes with. The only difference in downgrade I can see specifically is the no front panel airflow, and as well the power supply is a Corsair CX550, and it's fully modular, but it's not as good as the RMX one. And as well, the board's not too bad. It's a Asus Strix B460. Let me just bring it up here. And the SSD, I probably wouldn't go for that one. I'd go for a cheaper one, which would be the Samsung one. But I guess you could flex parts as well. It does come with a stock Intel cooler, which is kind of sad. I mean, our cooler is definitely better. Sorry, I said it came with an AIO earlier. It doesn't come with an AIO. I'll probably edit that out of the video, but it comes with a stock Intel cooler. So going on that, it doesn't come with a hard drive as well. So going on that, if you don't want to build a PC yourself, then I would probably go for something like this. That's actually quite a decent price for what it offers compared to my build. Let's go on to PBTech now. So PBTech has their good game PC, and they're okay. They're not actually too bad. This one is the Hero one, RTX 3060, and it comes with a Ryzen 5 3600, and it has all of their builds for some reason have stock coolers, which is alright. The Rate Spire stealth that they put in is not that great with the Ryzen 5 3600 from what I've seen from friends' computers, but it's not that bad. They put an Asus Prime B550 board in, which is actually really good compared to the AMD builds from a Computer Lounge, and they have Kingston Fury 16 CL16, and let me check what speed that is. So a DDR4 3200 CL16, 500 gig NVMe SSD. I actually had to call up these places to try and find out specific specs. I couldn't get all of them, but I could get as much as I can. Doesn't come with a hard drive. Comes with the RTX 3060, as I said before. The Deep Cool Matrix 40 Black is pretty cool as well. It has an airflow front panel, I believe, and it comes with a Deep Cool 750 watt 80 plus really gold rated, I believe, power supply. So hopefully it is gold rated, not bronze or whatever. But yeah, I mean, 2183 is actually not too bad for this computer, but I personally probably pick the Divine one from Computer Lounge still, just because it's a bit cheaper, and as well, yeah, I mean, the specs are a little bit better on the other one. So let's go ahead and pick the second one from PBTech, and it's the GGPC Ronin, and this one's actually not too bad. It's actually out of stock. It literally came out of stock, I think, yesterday or today, so sorry about that, but there should be similar ones on PBTech itself. So this one was only 1,953, comes with a Ryzen 5 3600, stock AMD cooler, Asus Prime B550, which is really good, DDR4 3200, I believe that is CL16, as far as I know. It's apparently the same one as ours, so I hope that is true. I believe that is actually. I'm pretty sure I copied that from the bottom. Yeah, there you go. The specs are right here. A Kingston SSD, which is not that great, and an RX 6600 XT, and a P300 case, which is a solid front panel, so that's alright, but it's actually almost the same as our build, but it doesn't have a hard drive. So, I mean, it's not too bad of an option if you guys want to. I would probably still go for the one from Computer Lounge if this one isn't in stock. Yeah, I mean, you guys can check out the rest of the specs here. Lastly, for PBTech, we've got the GGPC Ranger, and that comes with an RTX 3060, an i5-10400F, and a stock Intel cooler for it. It comes with a Gigabyte 510 ATX, Kingston Fury CL16, I believe that is also 3200. I believe the man on the phone told me there's a mistake on here, so I believe it's 3200, but do make sure it is when you guys pick it up, or if you're wanting to buy it and inquire into it. So SSD, I can't quite remember. I'm going to assume it's the Kingston one, but whatever. It doesn't come with a hard drive. RTX 3060, Gigabyte C200 chassis, so the case. Yeah, it doesn't have any airflow for some reason. It doesn't have much. It's very stealthy like. And Cooler Master 650 watt. Power supply. So it comes all in at 2,183, which is a bit more than our build. And compared to the Divine one, I would probably still go with the Divine one, just because I'm just a little bit more certain on its specs, and as well the price is a little bit less. So I mean, they're very similar builds. I would just probably go with the Divine RTX 3060. For the AMD builds, this one from the GGPC Ronin is a really good pickup from PBTech, so I will highlight it in bold, the ones that I think that are good. So let's just do it now. So that one's good as well, and I said the Divine one. Yeah. So it's also got the warranty labels here if you guys want to check that out. So it's good to know how long it takes till you can return it or not return it as well. So yeah, I mean, AMD one, probably this one, and the Intel one, Computer Lounge. Alright, so let's head over to PCForce now. So they've got a bit of a odd setup. I actually had to call them as well to clarify some things. Let's head over to their first one, 1080p Beast Gaming PC. It comes in at $2,049, and let me just bring it up on my Excel spreadsheet. It'll be easier to read. It comes with a Ryzen 5 3500X, and I believe that's OEM, or you can buy them from China. It's actually quite a decent CPU for what it is. I believe it's 6 cores, 6 threads from memory, unlike the Ryzen 5 3600, which is 6 cores, 12 threads. It comes with a stock AMD cooler, an AMD B450 board, which is what I criticize Computer Lounge for as well. That's not good. I didn't manage to get for this build the specific RAM they're using, but I believe it's probably the same TeamForce one that they told me in the other computer. Comes with a 500 gig SSD. I wasn't able to see if that was NVMe or SATA, so not too sure, but I'm just going to assume it's NVMe because all of them have NVMe drives. That seems to be the trend with PC resellers in New Zealand on their pre-builts. For the GPU, they've gone with the RX 6600 XT. I don't know which brand it is, so can't say. And an Antec DP301M RGB. So it's kind of half, half open here. So it's kind of takes a little bit of airflow, but not as much as it should. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter. And an Antec 500 watt power supply. I wasn't able to get a specific model number on it. It should be on their website somewhere. Let's head over to their second one. So this PC for $2,049 is actually not too bad, but considering that PBTech also has a similar AMD build with the same graphics card probably, and it's cheaper, like nearly $100 cheaper, the one from PBTech is probably the way to go for the AMD one. Let's head over to PCForce's second build. So this is the 1080p gaming PC, or Beast gaming PC, and this is $1,999, and it's got an i5-10400F, a stock Intel cooler, H410 motherboard, which is okay, I guess, not too bad, and comes with a TeamForce DDR4 2666 RAM, 500 gig SSD, RX 6600 XT, and the same case as before, so half airflow, half not. Same Antec power supply as before, so not too bad actually for $1,999. Still, the one from Computer Lounge, I'm just more sure on its specs, and personally I don't exactly like TeamForce's RAM as well. This is 2666, and from Computer Lounge you can get DDR4 3600 CL18, so I don't know what cache latency this is, so who knows, but whatever, that's okay. But for the price, it's not actually too badly priced, but I'd probably say the Computer Lounge one is still better, and it comes with a B460 instead of the H410M, so yeah, I mean, the Computer Lounge one is pretty hard to go against. Yeah, so the third one for PCForce is we've got the RTX 3060 gaming PC, and it comes in at $1,999 as well, so its specs are not too bad. So we can go over here, and it comes with stock Intel cooler, B460 motherboard, which is good to see. 16 gigs of DDR4, I believe it's the TeamForce one. It comes with a 1TB SSD, which is really good. The RTX 3060 and an Antec NX400 mid-tower ATX case. So this is what it looks like up top. Not too bad at all, and I'd say it's actually not too bad of a PC. But the only concerning thing as well, what I've noticed as well, is it comes with 500 watt power supplies, which I'm not sure why they would do that, but it's like minimum of what you could run with this type of hardware. If you needed to in the future, you probably could just upgrade that power supply and put something else in. And as well, I couldn't really find out. I forgot to ask him as well what the warranty period is on their computers. So I will find that out from them tomorrow. But overall, I still think the way to go for an AMD build is the GG Ronin PC from PBTech, and the other one would be the Divine RTX 3060 PC from Computer Lounge. Comparably, both of them have decent specs for pre-builds, and as well, comparing them to our builds, they're actually really decently priced. I mean, the only thing they lack is they don't come with an aftermarket cooler. Almost none of them do from the other retailers besides Computer Lounge. They don't come with an extra hard drive, and some of them don't come with an exhaust fan. I'm not sure if these ones do. Let's check the Divine one. It doesn't seem to come with an exhaust fan, which is kind of weird. So you probably will need to add that in costs. And as well, let's check the Ronin. So there's the Ronin. It does come with an exhaust fan, but at the same time, our build is pretty solid for its money. I think we've made a good build with some very good quality parts, such as like the Corsair RMX 750 watt and the Phantix P360A ATX mid-tower case. And it comes with a Samsung SSD. You can choose that NVMe, or you can go with SATA for it. So, in my opinion, our build is still better. But if you don't want to build a PC, these would be the ones to go for. So I will upload that to a Google Doc, a Google Sheet, and you'll be able to see how the prices compare on there. And I will update them with some more links, and as well with the warranty information. So thank you guys very much for watching. I know this is a bit of a very long series, but I did want to go quite in depth because I haven't done one of these in a long time. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you've watched both of the videos or even all 4 of them, thank you guys very much. And well, make sure you go and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you haven't checked it out already, check out ystech.org for the latest posts, reviews, and much more. I'll see you guys there at ystech.org. But other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.